Hey everybody, it's me, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, and we are back on Saturday afternoon at noontime for our segment 2 of Saturday's Twisted Stitches. I am so twisted that Stitches is not on, but I am not going to let my fans down and all the folks who had planned to see us at Stitches. So we're here, ready for a weekend, and we're having a blast. Okay, I don't know if you were on this morning, but we are here now this afternoon with our, I wanted to talk about our friendship retreats for just a minute. I spoke yesterday that we had a friendship retreat just before quarantine started, and we were really lucky to do that. But the friendship retreat, the 2-day retreat, came as a result of the one-day events that I had been hosting my first year and second year. I'm actually going into my 4th year in the business now. And so the friendship retreat started as one-day events. And the project that I presented for the first retreat was what we called our friendship scarf. And what it is a combination of all the different colors in the KFI sock collection. So Paul, if you can just stay there for a second, I just want to grab some of these and I'll bring them over to okay. So now I can show you the different yarns that go into this. So there's Indulgence with silk. So that creates one kit, which is actually shown on this mannequin here. Yeah, those are the colors or the yarn. So that's Indulgence with silk, and I'm just going to set that on the floor. And then we have the KFI collection Indulgence with cashmere, and that you can see here is in this kit right there. So we have that collection as well for the friendship scarves. And then we have Indulgence Merino. And where's that scarf? Hold on. Oh, here she is. Hold on, Paul. I know. I'm sorry. And so this is the Indulgence Merino. So you can see all the different scarves that we created. So what we did was we actually took the yarns and created mini kits for you. So here you go. These are what the mini kits come like. We'll wind them for you if you'd like, or we'll give them to you in little mini skeins. So we'll wind them into balls, or we'll give them to you in mini skeins, whichever you prefer. And we created just a simple pattern. Here's the third one that you can do, and it's really, really very easy. It's, you just knit with one skein until it's done, and then you go on to the next skein, and you just keep going up. And what I did with this one is we offered both a bound version on the bottom, so done with magic loop closed, as I said, as I talked about yesterday, or you can do it as a big tube, because the big tubular scarves are very popular today too. So you can do an open bottom or a closed top and bottom on this scarf. And I thought this would be a good time once again to demonstrate the magic loop and how it works. So let me just get my needle in the right place so my yarn is not all twisted around my needles. Oh, that's where we are.
Connection issue.
All right, that's okay. We'll just keep going. There we are. That yarn's almost done. No wonder why. Are we still connection issues? We still having connection?
No, we're good.
Okay, good. Cool. Perfect timing. All right, so I just thought I would demonstrate how the magic loop method works here. So I've got half my stitches on my front needle, or on this side of the wire, and half on the back side of the wire. I'm about ready to start knitting again. So remember yesterday, I have to remember which one I'm working on. I'm going to use that yarn. So I'm going to pull this out. Make sure that my yarn is in the right place. Oops. And I am going to knit across my stitches. And this is just like knitting in the round. Actually, you are knitting in the round, but you're just using one long needle to do it. So you want to secure that first stitch, first 2 stitches nice and tight so you don't get any laddering in your work. And I am going to, as quickly as I can, get across these stitches for you so you can see the next step on Magic Loop. Since I learned this method, it is my preferred method when I'm working on anything. You can use it for sleeves on a sweater. And again, you can do both sleeves at the same time, which is really pretty cool. Because sometimes that cuff is not the same size. You got to count and all that. So this makes it really easy when you're doing 2 items at a time. And if I was doing 2, you could do 2 scarves at once. I saw people this past holiday season knitting 12 mittens at once. Of course, they were children's mittens, but they had all those mittens. I don't know about you. I might get a little bit wiggly with all that yarn, but it certainly can be done. So we're just about to the end of this side. And
to everybody out there watching, please hit the share button now to share this with all your friends.
Who's that? Is that a word from our... it's like you just became the Ed McMahon of my show. Thank you. Between this show, between the last show and this show, I was online with 3 Click and Knit students, and we were having a good old time there as well. Okay, so we are that last stitch, right? So now I'm going to take my needle, turn it to face the right again. Take the stitches that are on the wire, slide them to the needle. Remember, that was my first stitch. Okay, and then I'm going to take my stitches that were on my needle with my working yarn. I'm going to slide them to the wire and put my yarn to work again on the other half of my scarf. So this is a great little method to use your to practice your Magic Loop. This is a great little kit to practice Magic Loop in. So these kits are on our website. You can choose any of the 3 varieties. You've got the Indulgence with silk, Indulgence with cashmere, and merino. And those are the samples get a little bit worn and torn because people are touching them all the time. Let's see who's on. Hi there. Oh, Bryce and Jack and Julie. Thanks so much for watching. If anyone else is there, who else we got there? Michelle. Michelle, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for watching the show. If you've got friends who are knitters or who would like to be knitters, give us a call or give them a call and let them know that we are on. Share this with all your buddies. So I had some great conversations with folks this morning. The Akari yarn and the Nora in this origami pattern is very, very popular. It's working out beautifully. This is a great book. We do have this book if it's something that you're interested in. And what's really cool is, I don't know if you've gone online to look at Noro patterns. Ravelry is a great resource, and lots of patterns are on Ravelry. The thing is, they charge $5 for a pattern, which is great. If I want an individual pattern and I can't find it anywhere else, that's a great place. It's a great resource. But if I wanted 3 patterns from this book, and I had to pay $5 for each one, I could get the book for $8. Why not? And there are so many different patterns in here.
Jillian Goldrich has hi, Paulette.
Hello, Jillian. Jillian, I had an idea for you. We've been talking about a project, and I'm gonna pop that out. Right, let's see. And I don't know if these are the right colors. Would that combination work for you? just let me know. Since we've been chatting, and I've been my mind's been working on different yarns that might work for you. I sent pictures this morning of something else. This is a great yarn and as well, and something that I think you could be able to use for your project. I don't know if the blue is right. You need to see it closer. That's the blue, and that's the gold. That's a little bright, yeah. The lighting's hard to tell. And again, if there's something that you're not sure of, I'm happy to send you out a little sample. Anyone, if there's something you want to, you'd like to see a little more in person. Color cards are hard to get an idea, and it doesn't take much for me to create a little sample from something that I might have used, I might have created before, and have a piece of a small ball of yarn that you can touch and feel, and maybe knit up a row or two to see what it seems like. Paul is looking for something. Okay, so let's see, what else have we got in store for you this afternoon? I wanted to share. Talking with someone who connected with me online, actually by the phone this morning.
Joanne Patterson says, I need information on your mohair yarns.
My mohair yarns.
She needs information on mohair.
Okay, just one moment, and I promise I will get right to that. Thank you for asking. Okay, so kid cotton. I absolutely adore kid cotton for baby projects. Lots of times we find ourselves turning to acrylic for baby projects. Cotton is a great alternative, and it holds up well, it washes nicely, and it will last forever. I did you have my phone. I created a wonderful little blanket for a baby in greens and blues. Actually, the colors, I used this and this and this for the baby blanket for a boy. And it was a honeycomb pattern, really beautiful. So that worked up really nicely. Oopsie. Oh, that's okay. I don't want to grab the picture now if you're looking for something else. Also, baby cotton chunky. This is, I'm going to tear that bag right open. This cotton is a bulky or chunky cotton that is just precious in baby sweaters and hats that worked up really nicely as well. I will take that phone for a moment, Paul. Let me just show these pictures because these baby pictures were fabulous. Let's go here to my photos. Okay, I can find that for you all. Oh, it takes a little longer than I would like to find these things. Oh, here is the baby cotton chunky. I'm going to show off my new grandnephew also. Isn't that a fabulous little peanut in that sweater and hat? That was his going home outfit. How good does that make somebody feel? This mama is definitely knit worthy. And that's little Michael. And I want to see if I can find the blanket that I knitted up for him in the cotton, baby cotton, which isn't finding its way to my phone at the moment. We talk about convenience, and then with technology, here it is. Look how pretty. That's the design on that. Isn't that beautiful? Works up nicely, blocks nicely, and it just holds up really well. So cotton is a great product for baby blankets. If you're looking for something that's more soft and cuddly, maybe a christening outfit, a blanket for a newborn, a sweater for a newborn, the Lana Gatto VIP is a really soft little nice yarn to work with, and that has just a slight halo to it, but certainly not too much.
Jillian Goldrich says the soft Cotton Babe is great. I have made 2 baby blankets.
Well, thanks, and I know I just love it to work with. It's fun to work with. As a matter of fact, in my Click and Knit class, I actually sent them the Cotton Baby Chunky as their starter yarn because it's not as stretchy as some of the other yarns would be. So that's got some nice stability to it. Thanks, Jillian.
Here.
Oh, the mohair, right? Thank you. Okay, so we have LRA Kid, Silky Kid Mohair. For the person who was asking, what was that? I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. Jean, was it? I think it was Jean.
Yeah, it was Joanne Patterson. I need
Joanne.
more information on the mohair yarns.
Okay, so the mohair yarns, LRA Silky Kid. It's kid mohair and silk combination. We have 76% mohair, 24% silk. They're 219 yards per skein on this, and the price, I believe the price, if you want to show her some of those colors, Paul, well, I'm checking the price on that. The Silky Kid is $13.45 per skein, and the again there's 10% off. So let me show you some of the colors that we have. This is the olive. It is a kind of a soft green blue. It's an interesting color. If you look at this sea foam,
Anna Maria shared. Thank you, Anna.
if you look at the sea foam, it's kind of like that. If they're calling it olive, just to give you an idea. This is the lavender. And then we have, let me put these here, emerald. I don't know if there's a particular color you're looking
Lori
for.
Brooks Casey shared. Thank you.
Sandcastle is kind of a bone color. Let me put these down so you can see what else we've got here. Oh, pebble. I don't know if you're looking for something, a dark gray. This is beautiful. This is fabulous for an evening shawl. Joanne, what project are you working on? And then there's the peach and the gold. So we have a wide variety. LRA is a beautiful kid mohair.
Anna Maria says those colors are gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. So if there's something I can help you with, again, we have a mohair and silk combination. 76% mohair, 24% silk, 219 yards. And of course, it's a lace weight. It works well alone, but there are several projects that you could do, a nice little sweater with it if you wanted to work it alone, or if you wanted to hold it with another yarn carried along with something else. You can do that as well. And while I'm in this basket, I wanted to show, I was helping customers during the break. There we go. Put those back in there. Queensland Collection. This is a 55% lamb's wool, 45% cotton, organic yarn by Queensland. This is a fingering weight yarn. Excuse me, it's a gradient cake. So it works up beautifully. There are some nice patterns that are simple shawls that you can do with it. You can mix the two together. You can mix colors again together to create a mosaic look and blended. So that's a nice piece to do as well. Again, we've got lots of pattern projects or pattern suggestions that we can help you with, or if there's a pattern that you have that you would like some ideas for yarn for, be sure to let me know. Reach out, and I can do lots of suggestions. During the break, someone called and was looking for a specific yarn that they saw online, and wanting to see if I had that yarn, or if not, what I had that was similar.
Donna Hart says, wondering if you have already highlighted the shawl you are wearing now.
I, talked a little bit about it this morning, but I'm happy to talk about it again, Donna. Thank you for asking. This is called Batad, and Batad is made with short rows. It's a great pattern, and what I like, I've seen it done two ways. I've seen it done in a speckle with a solid or tonal, as I'm wearing. I've also seen it done in both solids. So one combination that is very popular to do this is in a black and white. So you can do your base in the black and your welting in the white, or vice versa. Another very, very smart combination in solids would be the royal blue, or what do they call that? Aquarium, and white in Hario Fine. So that if you're looking at solids, here are some of the colors that you could use if you wanted to do it with solids. If you'd like to create a speckled and solid or tonal, such as what I'm wearing, you could do something. You could do any of these yarns would work. Would work well. Oh, as a matter of fact, I have some combinations out from this morning. You could do something like that. Would work nicely. Stuck on the needles. Like that. This is really cute. This is really cool because this blue, there's a not so much of it in here where it's going to pool in your pattern, and yet then this is going to pull that piece of it out, and it's going to work nicely with the other colors that are in there. And then, of course, nice, bright, and colorful, something like that. And then, any combinations of these yarns with any solid or tonal. Again, you can work it with this. I prefer to see something maybe a little bit lighter with it. So I might work this and use this for my welting. Come find one of these. This blue would work really nice with this. Look how pretty. I get so excited. I really do. This is really a very pretty combination. And then there's the pink. This pink, I'm going to walk over again. I drive my cameraman nuts, but that's okay because he loves me with that. You could even put that together. So basically for this shawl that I'm wearing, it's one skein of each color, one skein of your main and one skein of the your contrasting color. And I'm more than happy to help you out when you get to the welting. If that's something that's new, you haven't done it before, you got questions, more than happy to either FaceTime with you, do a Zoom call, whatever method you prefer. So that is the
Joanne
Batad.
Patterson says, I am making a fade sweater in hand-dyed fingering weight.
And you're looking to carry that yarn with it. So she's using a fingering weight yarn already. I don't know if she's working it like, for example, in this pattern, we have a fingering weight yarn and the kid mohair. They're not held together. They're worked separately. You've got your fingering weight here, and then your mohair is here throughout your pattern. So I'm not sure if you're carrying the mohair along with the other yarn or if you're working them separately in the same garment.
Donna Hart says, great suggestions. Love the blues. Thanks.
You're welcome. And so let me know when Joanne has responded, and we'll help her along a little bit more if she has other questions. or other comments. I want to bring up the Papillon shawl again because someone had asked about Papillon. Let me just put this aside and put this out. Okay. See. Oh, Donna,
Joanne Patterson says yes.
So she's carrying it along. She's carrying it along. Well, then what I would suggest, and whichever it is, really, if you want to, I don't know if you're looking for the same color as...
Joanne says carrying the mohair with the hand dyed for warmth.
Perfect.
Karen says papillon, love heart emoji and yarn emoji.
So let's go back to Joanne. Joanne, if you send me a picture of the yarn that you're working with for your base color, then we can see what I can help you out with as far as the kid mohair. If I don't happen to have that color here in stock, I can, we'll see what works for you and I can get it for you. So no problem with that. So Papillon, and I'm not forgetting you, Joanne. I just want to give you time to respond and think. Papillon, she's leaning up against a Sonata sweater here. Yes, a Sonata sweater. But for effect, let me just show you what we've done here. If you were on the show yesterday, you know that we talked a little bit about Papillon and how it's really not as difficult as most people think it is. What the beauty in working with the yarns in Papillon is that because you have variation in your base color and you're working short rows, it tends to look like you're using all different skeins of yarn, where in fact, in reality, you're only using one of the main colors. So your main color is your variegated. And then what you need to decide is, do you want your offset color to pop, your second color to pop, or do you want it to fade and be soft? So if I did this combination with, this is the color that I used. If I did this combination with it, it would be a softer look. The pink would not be, this pink would be this blue. Because I chose to use this, you can see how it changes the look of the pattern. So what I'm going to do while Paul has the camera on me and not on the table, I'm going to take some of these things off so that I can, whoopsie. Nice thing about yarn, it doesn't break. Just going to show you some of the combinations for Papillon, because this pattern is so cool. Okay, these are just some of them. Okay, so here are your base colors. You have Queen Victoria. Is that better to see that way? Alice Springs. This is Rainbow Reef, very popular as well. Tasmanian Bay. Now, so what I would do is I would look at those colors and at those yarns and say, what do I want? First, which do I like? These look similar, but they are definitely different. This has more purple. This has more green and blue. So those are my base colors. And then what I do is I take all the others, put them around it so I can see how do I want my contrast color to work. So if you look at this, pretty interesting, huh? So if you took, let's just keep it simple and say Rainbow Reef. Rainbow Reef, a lot of people love this color. It's got a lot of variation in the colors. So if you took that and you put black with it, which is what a lot of people do, that black will make the colors in your main color stand out more. If you take and you put, where is that seafoam? This color with it. You could put seafoam with it, and you see how it softens that. And then what happens is, in my estimation, this fades in a little bit, this pops out a little more. So that's what happens when as you change your colors. In this combination, a lot of people are using the green with it. I've got folks who are using the denim. Yep. So those colors, the combinations of colors can vary so much. If there's something that you see that you think you'd like to chat more about, let me know. And I'm more than happy to help you put a combination together that works well for you. I'm just kind of doing that so you can see the different combinations that work nicely together. Okay, so I think we're out of time. My goodness, that show went really fast. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, Twisted Stitches. Be sure to share this with your friends. We're going to be back here at 3 o'clock and then again at 6 and 9 for the night owl version. We have the early bird version and we have the night owl version. And in between, we've got everything else. So be sure to share this with your friends. Check out the things that we have at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. We'll see you at 3. Have a great afternoon.